superstar. You've covered this league too long. I don't know how in God's name you can sit there and say that it's a similar situation to what LeBron experienced in Cleveland.
Welcome everyone to another episode of Reese's Roundup. I am your host, the very, very, very disappointed in Kevin Durant, Lightning Kid himself, and today, Kevin, why Kevin? Guys, I'm officially done with basketball for like the next 2 seasons. Okay, so today we're going to be talking, it's been a crazy week in free agency. There's been a lot of signings and a lot of head scratchers. The biggest head scratcher was by far Kevin Durant, but I'll get back to him later. Don't worry, I'm going to get back to Kevin Durant. Okay, the biggest one, I know you guys are already looking at my shirt, you know, we got Mike Conley back for $153 million through 5 seasons. Wow. And if that's not a kicker, we just got Chandler Parsons for $98 million. Wow, great going, Memphis. Guys, I don't know what Memphis was thinking. Mike Conley is a great player, don't get me wrong, top 10 guard in the league at best. But the guy isn't even our best player. You know, Marc Gasol is the Grizzlies' best player. And we signed Mike Conley for 5 years, $153 million. $30 million a year, guys. Wow. The guy who's not even our best player gets the biggest contract in NBA history. You know what this means, right, guys? Do you know what this means? Mike Conley is going to have to play worth $153 million. He's going to have to play, he's going to have to at least drop 50 points per game. Okay, 33 points per game if he expects to play worth $153 million. Do you know what that money could have been used for? We could have picked up Al Horford, we could have picked up Kevin Durant, and he wouldn't have been so damn hated. We could have picked up Bradley Beal, Dwayne Wade, we could have picked up a whole lot of other people, Rajon Rondo. Mike Conley isn't even worth $90 million, and we got him for $153 million. Guys, and to top it off, we got Chandler Parsons for $98 million. Oh, and let's not forget that we signed James Ennis. James Ennis to a $6 million deal worth over 2 years. So I don't know what Memphis has been doing in the front office, but we've really been choking. Another crazy signing was Bradley Beal. Now Bradley Beal signed a 5-year, $128 million contract. Again, that is crazy money because Bradley Beal, I don't even think is their team's second best player. I don't really watch the Wizards a lot. I do know that Bradley Beal's a great shooter, but I mean, John Wall is there too, and they got, you know, a couple other good players on that team. So I'm pretty sure Bradley Beal isn't worth $128 million. These signings, this salary cap thing is crazy, guys, because all these no-name players are getting so much big money. Timothy Mozgov, I'm going to get on him, because Timothy Mozgov played all but 10 minutes in that, he played only 10 minutes in that game in the finals. Where was he? Why does he get $70 million, or 60-something million? I don't know what he got. He got a whole lot of money for a whole lot of trash, because this guy sucks. He averages 6 points per game, and he can't even, and he's getting big money contracts like that? Guys, the Lakers are idiots for doing something like that. Now, they did get Luol Deng for a good amount of money, but, you know, Luol Deng's a solid player. He can play the 3, he can shoot the 3, he can play decent defense. But Timothy Mozgov, the only thing that guy can do is ride the bench, okay, because he can grab boards for you, don't get me wrong, but he's not going to be the guy that's going to be your star player anytime soon. He has 0 chance of playing up to, you know, $60-70 million contract, okay? So that was definitely a head scratcher for me. There's been a lot of head scratchers. DeMar DeRozan, guys. DeMar DeRozan re-signed with the Toronto Raptors, okay? Now, DeMar DeRozan's kind of, you know, acceptable deal, but he got 5 years worth $145 million. DeMar DeRozan, the guy that can't show up in the playoffs at all. You know, I don't understand why he got that big money. I can get it. I get it a little bit. You know, Durant, he's definitely the Raptors' best player. But to say that he's worth $145 million after after having a choke job in the playoffs, I don't see it. I don't know why. I don't know. I don't understand how they could have, given him that big of money. $145 million is a lot of money, and for a guy that, can't drop 25 points per game in the playoffs, it's just ridiculous. I don't get. The salary cap thing was crazy because guys like this would not be getting paid that kind of money, and it's going to increase again next season. So just imagine what players like LeBron and when Kevin Durant opts out of his contract, he's gonna get that big money. So I don't know. I don't. This was crazy. Another really big head scratcher was Joakim Noah going to the New York Knicks. Now this is a good signing. The Knicks, Joakim Noah is a really good player. He's solid. He can grab boards. He can, play the post. He can give you 20 points. He can give you 20 and 20 a game. I'll be honest there. But I don't really know too much about the guy's defense. I don't really think he can play that well defense. So signing him for $74 million, that's kind of, ludicrous too. But, Knicks are desperate at this point. They're trying to go after Dwayne Wade, for goodness sake. Like, I think they could get Dwayne, but it's kind of a long shot at this point. I think he'll stay with Miami. But Joakim going to the Knicks, watch out for the Knicks because they also got Courtney Lee too for a good amount of money. And Courtney Lee's a solid player. He can shoot the three. He can play a little bit above average defense. So Courtney Lee, if they don't get Wade, he will be a solid, second option for the Knicks, for not getting Wade. So watch out for that starting five. If D Rose is healthy, they could do some damage in the Eastern Conference. Will they make the finals? I don't think so. Will they make it past the first round? Most likely. Will they get above 6 seed? Probably. But I don't see them making it to the finals first year with that team. But they do have a solid team. Now one of the really crazy moves that I saw was Nicholas Batum. Getting that bonus getting that big contract deal with the Charlotte Hornets. 5 years, I think it's 5 years, $120 million. Now Batum, he's a little bit above average. He's a little bit above average player. He was solid with the Trailblazers. He was okay with he's all right with the Hornets. But I don't see Batum getting that big of a deal. Like, Batum is a 20 point per game kind of guy. So getting him $120 million deal, that's kind of going out there too. I'm just throwing that out there. Batum is not worth 100. But none of these guys that have these that are getting paid this money are worth the money that they got. I'm just saying because they don't play like they're worth that kind of money. But, the cap increase, so, let's just throw more money out there as we can. Now, a team to watch out for, they didn't get, released, or they weren't free agents, but a team to watch out for is the Orlando Magic, because they got Serge Ibaka and Biyombo just signed with the Magic. Now, Biyombo got a crazy deal. Biyombo got like $100-something million. I don't remember crazy. Biyombo got a 4-year, $70 million deal with the Orlando Magic. Now, that's going to be a crazy lineup with Serge Ibaka and Bismack. Biyombo can't shoot for his life. He can't pass, score. He can't really do all of that. He's just a solid defensive player. The guy can get you at least 20 blocks and 20 rebounds in a game. So with him and Serge Ibaka, down in the the paint, along with Aaron Gordon. They'll probably throw him in there as a small forward. I think he's a power forward, but they'll probably throw him in there as a small forward. And they got Jeff Green now, who's a really average, a little bit above average player. So they're gonna do some damage. So watch out for the Magic. I don't think they'll make like 7th seed or 6th seed, but they will do some damage to those top tier teams. They'll be spoilers. They'll have like trap games. So watch out for the Magic because they might do a little bit of damage. Kent Bazemore, there's a guy. He signed 4 years, $70 million deal. Now, Kent Bazemore, I don't know why, because this is a guy that nobody knows about. He can shoot, he can, score, but he's not the Hawks' best player. Before Jeff Teague left, Jeff Teague was their guy. Al Horford was their guy. Paul Millsap is their guy. Even Kyle Korver is their guy. Dennis Schroeder is their guy. So Kent Bazemore does not deserve a $70 million deal if he's not even a fifth option. It didn't make sense, but if the Hawks got him back because they think that he can do something, what the hell do I know? Now, a bigger topic is that Dwight Howard went to the Hawks for a $70 million deal. Now, Dwight Howard is overrated. The guy should have never left Orlando because he lost all credibility for himself. He went to LA, became, a joke, went to the Rockets, can't, sustain a friendship with anybody over there, was a joke. Now Dwight Howard's on the Hawks, he just ruined his, I don't want to say legacy, but he ruined his chances of being, a top center in the league again, because the guy's just, he's a parasite. He's just trouble wherever he goes, and the Hawks, I don't think there'll be such a big buzz, adding Dwight Howard. I mean, he can grab you rebounds, he can still kind of shot block, but he's gonna be selfish like he's always been, and I don't see them connecting with Atlanta. I give him 2 years and he's done with the Hawks. Now, a good deal, okay deal. Al Horford going to the Boston Celtics. Now the Boston Celtics did need kind of a big man, because the big man that they had wasn't really doing them all that much. But not Paul Millsap, but Al Horford can, score, he can grab the boards, he can play the post, he's a solid player. The Celtics made a good move, but they didn't want to make that move just to get Al Horford. Now I heard that, they brought Al Horford in so they can get Kevin Durant, but, they kind of got the bad end of that deal because Durant never ended up signing, and now they're stuck with Horford, which isn't that bad, but Horford isn't, their guy. He's not going to be their guy. So, they kind of got, left at the altar there with that signing, because they thought that, Durant wanted to play with Horford, but, he just wants to win now. And that's who I'm coming to now. Kevin freaking Durant. Durant, you ruined the game of basketball, buddy. I'm done with basketball for the next 2 seasons. I hate you. Everybody wants to say, oh, Durant, it's not that big of a deal. He went what's best for him. LeBron James did the same thing. No. Let me tell you something. LeBron James went to a team where they had won 40-something games the season before he signed. They hadn't come out of the first round of the playoffs since they won the 2006 championship. So LeBron James going to the Miami Heat, a 40-win Miami Heat team, that was okay, because they couldn't win. They couldn't even go out of the first round of the playoffs, okay? This guy, Kevin Durant, goes to a team that just recently won 73 games, just recently came back from being down 3-1 against his team, and just recently won the NBA championship. So Kevin Durant is a bandwagon. He's a punk, because nobody would have thought that he would go to the Golden State Warriors. This is a team, I said last week that he's not going to be their first option. He's not going to be their second option. He'll probably be their third or fourth option, because Draymond Green can get you points too. So, with Curry and Clay wanting to dribble the ball down, throw a shot up in the air with 22 seconds left on the shot clock, that's not going to work for Kevin Durant. Kevin Durant is not going to want to play with a team like that. He's going to want to be their leader. And I don't see Kevin Durant wanting to stick around with a team, with teammates like Curry, who wants to just, chuck up 54 threes in a game and only make like 5 of them. With Klay Thompson just sitting there in the corner, just chucking the ball up about like 16 times and making like 8 of them. With Draymond Green, you know, like kicking people in the nuts 54 times a game. I don't see Kevin Durant wanting to. I think he made a dumb move. He's there for 2 years with an opt-out, but I think he made a dumb move because Durant wants to win now, and he got so desperate that he had to go sign a team that beat him. He could have just stuck with the Thunder guys. If he stuck with OKC, Westbrook was on his way out regardless. You know, they signed Oladipo, who's a really solid shooting guard, and on top of that, you know, they had what it took. They were there. They were 1 game away. They were 1 win away from making it to the finals, and he just gave up. And he went to the team that beat him and embarrassed him. That's a coward. That's a coward. He's a punk. And even if he wins the championship, he won't be considered a champion. He won't be. I'm sorry. He does not deserve to be called a champion if he ran away from a team, you know, that had plenty of potential. All he had to do was stick around. LeBron, the thing with LeBron is that he had no team. The best player on his team besides LeBron was Mo Williams. Who is Mo Williams? Okay, so, and Durant is going to a team with like 5 all-stars and like 2 superstars. Okay, so it just makes no sense. Durant he's a punk. He's just a punk. It doesn't make sense, but you know, it's too late now. So unless he you know, trolls everybody and just like ends up signing, he doesn't end up signing and does who pulled that? Was it some guy from the Mavericks? What's that guy's name? Oh God, he's on the tip of my tongue. DeAndre Jordan. When he went to go sign with the Mavericks, and he's like, nah, I'm sticking with the Clippers. So if Durant does that, then you know, he really will have broken the internet. But I don't see him backing out like that because the Warriors just got rid of Harrison Barnes. They just got rid of Andrew Bogut, who have both signed to the Dallas Mavericks. So I don't know. Manu Ginobili's going to stick around, and Pau Gasol went to the Spurs. So watch out for the Spurs, because Pau Gasol, he's only going to get you like 15 points. He's got no defense. He's okay on the shot. He's got good post, but I don't really see. If he starts, it's because Tim Duncan retired and they moved LaMarcus Aldridge to the center. But if Duncan ends up staying for, you know, his 52nd season, Paul Gasol's gonna have to come off the bench. So because he's not gonna start over Aldridge, he's not gonna start over Duncan. I don't see him playing small forward. So. You know, we'll see how that goes. It's going to be an interesting NBA season that I won't be watching. So anybody in the comment section or anybody watching, tell me how the NBA season goes, because I won't be seeing it. I just don't. Not with Kevin Durant as a Warrior. I thought the Grizzlies would have had a chance, but it's a wrap now, guys, and it's a wrap. You know, we're going to be seeing the Cavs versus the Warriors in the next 62 finals. So it's definitely going to be a stupid season. But that's going to do it for today's Reese's Roundup, guys. Let me know what you thought about it. Give it a like if you did. You know, let me know who the biggest head scratcher signing for you guys were. Did you like Kevin Durant's move to the Warriors? If you did, you're probably a Warriors fan because nobody else likes that move. I'll see you guys next time. I'll see if there's anything to talk about. Probably going to be about Dwayne Wade signing, but we'll see. Yeah, that's it. I'll see you guys next time. Peace.